Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Today we're exploring a question that was sent to me last night. And the question was, hi, I love your content. I'm a neurodivergent person who cares, works in education. I am on our local education foundation board. We are doing strategic planning and asking questions such as what tools should we be teaching the kindergarten class today and in 13 years? I'm also asking myself, and I would like to hear your thoughts on this. What is the goal of schools and education? How will AI impact schools and education? Thanks for your time. Cheers. So that message was sent to me. And today we're going to look at what brain science tells us about early childhood development, why imaginative play is so important, and what kind of world these kids are growing up to face. So let's start with the basics. The brain of a kindergartner around age 5 or 6, a child's brain, is in one of its most active growth phases. According to Harvard Center on the Developing Child, this is a time of rapid synaptic growth, meaning the brain is forming and strengthening connections at an incredibly fast pace. The prefrontal cortex, which controls attention, emotion, regulation, and decision making, is still developing and very sensitive to experiences. And this is why developmentally appropriate activities matter so much. Things like movement, music, and play are not just for fun, they are the child's work. They literally build the brain. When a child plays pretend, they are practicing emotional regulation, empathy, working memory, and flexible thinking. Imaginative play is not just about dress up dolls or blocks. When kids engage in role play or storytelling, they're strengthening their ability to think symbolically. This helps with reading, math, and problem solving. Recent neuroscience research on storytelling shows that when you're immersed in a story, your brain activates in nearly the same way it would if you were experiencing the events in real life. So the brain is processing the story and the storytelling and the imaginative play in very similar ways as it processes reality. This speaks a lot to the necessity of story and play to build social emotional skills and build a better understanding of the world around them and how they fit into it. So play is low stakes, open ended, which allows for exploration, problem solving, and mistakes in a secure and safe environment. According to a 2020 review in Frontiers in Psychology, imaginative play promotes creativity and executive functioning skills. Skills like working memory, cognitive flexibility, self regulation, and impulse regulation. But here's something even more powerful, and I can't emphasize this enough. Play is how children process what they've seen, felt, or lived through. Through pretend scenarios, they make sense of confusing or scary experiences. For example, a child might act out a trip to the doctor or the dentist, or a tense moment at home using dolls or toys. This helps their brain organize those emotional experiences and build understanding. Dr. Bruce Perry, who is a leading expert in childhood trauma, says children don't process stress by talking, they process through action and play. Play gives them a safe space to work out big feelings, to try on different outcomes, and to build a sense of mastery, risk taking, and control. Talking isn't enough. Their language and reasoning brains are not fully developed yet, but their bodies and imaginations can tell the story in ways their words can't. So, why does it have to be play specifically? Because play activates the brain's reward system. It releases dopamine and reduces cortisol, which helps kids feel safe and engaged. And that's when the learning sticks. Play is also open ended, which means it allows for exploration, problem solving, and mistakes in a low stakes environment, all necessary for building resilience. Unlike a worksheet with one right answer, Play invites trial and error, and that's where real learning lives for our kids. According to Vygotsky's research on child development, play allows children to operate in their ZPD, or zone of proximal development, where they can do more with support than they could do alone. And that's where the magic happens. Play is the foundation for so many future-ready skills. When kids pretend and explore, they think creatively, generate new ideas, and find unique solutions. They learn to adapt when the plans change, like when a peer switches the storyline. They practice understanding other people's perspectives, especially in cooperative or role-based play. They learn how to manage stress and uncertainty in low-stakes, imaginative scenarios. These are the same human skills they'll need to thrive in a tech-driven, unpredictable world that relies on collaboration. So today's kindergartners will graduate in 2037. And at that time, we're looking at a world with AI integrated into almost every part of life: transportation, medicine, finance, education, communication. What they'll need isn't just technical know-how, but adaptability and how to examine and use these tools creatively and responsibly. The World Economic Forum says the top future skills are critical thinking, problem solving, resilience, and collaboration. That means our kids need to be able to think creatively, adapt when the plan changes, understand other people's perspectives, manage stress and uncertainty. These are human skills, and the brain science backs this up. According to Dr. Adele Diamond, a leading cognitive neuroscientist, executive functions like working memory and cognitive flexibility are more important predictors of school and life success than IQ. So, what does this mean for us as educators? It means we must protect play. We must teach emotional regulation, not just academics. We must create inclusive, diverse classrooms that allow for curiosity, inquiry, movement, exploration, and student voice. Brain-based instruction. Movement and joy literally increase dopamine and support memory, focus, and learning. I should say that again. So here's my challenge to you. What would happen if we built kindergarten classrooms not for control, but for curiosity and collaboration? Let's talk about it. Drop in the comments, what skills do you think are most important for our kids in a tech-driven world? And if you're a parent, teacher, or admin wondering how to make this shift, I see you. We're going to keep pushing forward together. And I think the best thing we can do is to keep having these conversations, informing each other, making sure we are all equipped with the understanding and language to advocate for it. Thank you so much for coming to the Wednesday Q&A Live. And if you have a question that you would like me to do a little bit of research on and report back to you on here, I will be doing this every Wednesday at 4 p.m. EST. You can submit your questions in my stories right now. You can go to the website in my bio, teachingtoariot.com, and contact me through there. Or you can message me on Insta. However, my DMs are a mess, and it might take me a little bit of time to get to. Thanks all, and until next time, don't forget to meet your needs. Bye.